She's been staying here.
Green eyes. The way Luuk looked at us. Green eyes. The green eyes. The green eyes. Oh, you're acting all cutie now, but I've seen those eyes before. Cristoforo. I know what you are. The transmission ending as quick as it did, Luuk giving us to look to let us know not all is as it seems.
Were you recovering from your injuries, Nivora?
Yeah, Nivora Cristoforo.
Oh, it's you, Rover. Yes. I'm feeling much better.
Oh, much better. By the way, do you have any memories of what you were like as a kid, you know? Maybe you feel as if like you bumped your head and you were just, I don't know, sprung into existence by a writer, if you would. As if your story has been a grand fictional fairy tale almost? No? No?
Dr. Herssen took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely feel any pain now.
Oh, so you were in pain.
Are you here to visit him?
Yes, we have something to discuss. Is he here?
He's in the counseling room next door. My friend Sigrika is in there.
No!
It might take a while.
Sigrika! No! No! Sigrika, no! Green eyes! Green eyes! You don't know! Sigrika! Don't
Thanks.
do it!
Take care of yourself.
No, don't take care of yourself, Rover! Rover, you know what Luuk looked at us. Rover. Tell her.
How to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself, Sigrika.
Luuk, please tell her. Tell her to get the fuck away from Nivora. Please tell her. As a blonde man, you should know the dangers of people with green eyes. Come on. I believe in you. I believe in you. Listen. My fiance has beautiful specks of green, like speckled inside of her gorgeous brown eyes. Okay. And that already is very easy to dazzle one. Full green eyes? No.
Faith in myself.
Does she have green eyes too? Wait, no. No. Wait. No, they're like, wait, no. They're teal. That shit. True. Teal and counterpoint, right? Adorable. Cristoforo doesn't know how to make an absolutely adorable character, okay? No. He don't got that penmanship, all right? Twisted as hell.
You see,
He don't got that
people can
penmanship.
be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So try not to take everything to heart. Go a little easier on yourself.
People can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. Sigrika, Nivora. The green eyes, he's telling you that you need to be aware of the people around you because of how much more perceptive they are. Stay away, he's warning you, he's letting you know, okay? He is letting you know.
Good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light. And as your friend Denia said, sometimes a little distraction is good for your health.
Luuk, I am betting everything that I have that you're a good person. I'm so serious. I have trauma with blonde men and green eyes, and I have trauma with green eyes. You're blonde and red eyes, and I love people with red eyes. So I need you to not traumatize me with blonde hair and red eyes, okay? All right? Can we have that agreement? Is that cool?
Yeah.
I trust you. I saw your
I'll give it
trailer.
a try. Thank you, Dr. Herssen.
I saw your trailer. We hate the Fraidus in this house. All right? We hate them.
You're welcome. Again, don't push yourself too hard.
And beware of the people around you, for they may be more perceptive than you think, Sigrika.
I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam? And that'd probably go on for a whole week.
Expression.
Huh? Is it really that obvious?
Wait, that's great. Oh, bro. That is mad. Yo, he got read like a book. Oh, man.
Only my conjecture.
Only your conjecture, one that was spot on.
Would you like some candy? Sweets help keep a smile.
Sure. And is it okay for me to come back some other time, Dr. Herssen?
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Sigrika.
He's just handsome, bro. Love the multiple hojays you got going on, babe. I don't know what to tell you. The way she dodged us and twirled around us. Just so we're clear, I can see her waving to Nivora and her green eyes, even when I'm looking at this monitor. So, in case you think I'm missing something I'm not, I can see it.
About that extra strider plan you mentioned.
So we're clear.
Let's get into it.
Just so we're clear. I have it duplicated on this monitor, and this monitor. That way I can see chat, but still see the game. Sigrika.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
Yes, getting Sigrika the hell away. Sigrika! No! Get away, please! She's not your friend! No, she's not your friend.
Something lighter?
Any topic at all. But let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too.
I love that. I love that. He's calling out the trauma mechanism right there. You're throwing yourself into your work. Come on, man. You gotta... Let's talk. Let's slow down the tempo and let's talk. Let's chat. You're throwing yourself into work way too fast. You have not even begun to process what you just went through. That's real doctor shit, and that's good friend shit right there. I love that.
Here, a piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood.
No. Thanks.
I understand your anxiety over Aemeath's situation.
Damn, he called it
I've
out.
always held her dear, but it's taken more out of you than you realize.
Oh, this... Eat my fingers, bro. Oh, man, this is great. Wait. What? We're like minute 5 into the story. We're already further humanizing the rover. Establishing the amount of care from Luuk to the rover. And then calling out the fact that, like, you're throwing yourself into your work way too fast. Like, let's... dude.
Things are best taken one step at a time. The Exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves. Slow and steady, right?
Am I supposed to trust him or not? UD, I'm getting mixed signals. No, he has red eyes. We can trust him. Now, if he had any other eye color, maybe not. But he has red eyes. It's okay. We can trust him. Now, if he had green eyes, whole other story. Gotta watch out for the green-eyed ones. Gotta watch out. You know what was really...
Okay. You're right. Let's table the Exostrider for now. Let's talk about you, Luuk.
Damn. Whoa. Okay, before we even jump into that, the key is to pace ourselves slow and steady, right? The way that he said that, he could have just said slow and steady, but the way that he said slow and steady, right, is a little jab at, hey, back when we knew each other, we always took things slow and steady for the mission. We've always been patient. You're throwing yourself into work right now. Like, that's not what we used to do back in the day. And you just know that's not the move. And now here we got Rover being like, okay, enough about what I'm going through. We need to get the elephant out of the room. Let's talk about what the hell you know. Yeah, that's what I mean, Elfishi, is that Rover's the one that taught him how to be like that.
What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me, we might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface.
This is good writing, what the fuck? Yo, is Wuma gonna go 2 for 2 for bangers? Wait. And then like, but it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface because there's so much more under the surface, right? And if you look back at the symbolism of fucking Luke's trailer with him being chained up under the waters as he waits for Rover to come back, like, oh, bro.
I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate.
Yes!
It'll affect the entire Lahai Roi region.
Yes! Oh, I love an aware main character, yes! We're not just instantly trusting you, even though Luke has done things to gain our trust already. We were already wary of him step 1, right? But Rover, even though he's been helped by Luke multiple times now, back in 3.1 part 1, he's still like, no. We haven't been open with each other yet. I'm not gonna trust you until we discuss this. I love that they're making the Rover even more aware. Thank Yinlin. Yes, yeah, no, for sure. Yinlin and Linnae. And also, just so we're clear, we saw this, and this is why, I don't know if you guys saw my podcast discussion I did with a lot of other Wuthering Waves content creators recently. It was hosted by Styx. Really cool conversation, was very amicable. We were nerding the heck out. I mentioned how much I loved the 3.0 quest, unlike a lot of people. A lot of people didn't like 3.0 part 1 as much, right? I loved it. And part of the reason why I loved it so much is because of the fact that people keep calling it a Linnae companion quest, but Rover did not trust Linnae right out the gate. If you looked at his expressions and the interactions he was having with Linnae, he kept digging into her and was like, there's more going on than what you're telling me. And I need to know more before we're gonna work together. And it took a bit to like get past that. And we're seeing this again, and they've been doing this so consistently in Lahai Roi. And dude, I love it. It's great. It's a great shot.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue.
Damn, he's handsome, bro. And that lighting, sir.
Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
Ooh. That's a great question right out the gate. Hold on, we're just cutting it in. All right.
That I am not.
Okay.
Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Do you happen to know Alto so we can, maybe you look pretty handsome and pretty, maybe you can apologize to him about the boat in my stead?
Aemeath said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond between me and her. How?
And now this is building the relationship not just with Luuk and the Rover, but now establishing the previous relationship of Luuk, Rover, and Aemeath, right?
Aemeath is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions.
Ah.
She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. She's proven to be even more stubborn than you are.
Shit. Good at bearing burdens and proven to be even more stubborn than you are is like a double whammy. It's true, but like pros, she grew up like Rover. Cons, she grew up just like Rover. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Dude, Luuk is already becoming one of my favorite characters in the game with how honest and candid he is.
After you left Lahairoi, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling.
Oh.
To learn about you.
Whoa. Okay. Wait. And this goes to show how sharp Aemeath is for picking up and figuring out that he is someone that is trustworthy just from her interactions with Luuk alone without Rover. Which gives her just so much more agency. I love that.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lahairoi. You didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work.
Damn. Even after you were gone, Rover set up systems to make sure Aemeath wouldn't get caught up in his mess. So there was an honest effort from Rover to have Aemeath not follow in his footsteps. Fuck.
She later stopped these visits after realizing that. Still, I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
Yeah. The flower composition there was great.
One last question. What did you mean? I had other tasks for you.
Here we go.
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here. The Space Trek Collective is backed by a number of different nations and powers. Their internal politics are of no concern to us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff.
Notice how they didn't show the face and they just showed the lower half because they didn't want you to see the green eyes.
The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
Yeah, maybe somewhere where there aren't a lot of books nearby.
To where?
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, golden boy.
Damn, alright, say it like that. Shit. golden boy. Sheesh. Alrighty, say less. It's insane how smooth the
More
transitions
personal
are from room
business
to
to
room.
attend to again, Dr. Herssen?
Shh. Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
Yo, that voice actor is gonna make millions. Millions. Sir.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
I have a place.
More personal business to it.
Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon. Don't worry. I have him with me today.
That implies that Luuk has been coming back banged up several times to the medical space. Probably because he was continuing his missions from the trailer. What color are your eyes, buddy? That's around the corner, huh? Huh? Maybe a twinge of green by chance?
Sundermere.
Whoa. Okay, lighting.
Yes. I keep a small workspace of my own here.
Okay. Dude, you can see the little DNA, like, thing on his coat glow. That's sick. Oh, okay, hold on.
Leave them to me. Let's not waste any more time.
Okay. Sold. Did you see that? Oh my. Ah! That was an accidental dodge. The enemy dashed. I blinked, but I hadn't fully gone away, and the enemy still went through, which means the accurate hitbox as you're attacking to dodge. Oh my god. Sold. That, oh, dude. That was so cool. All right. Damn. Oh. Yes. What?
Return to silence!
Damn!
The Exostrider's sword emits a unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
What the heck?
You picked a good spot.
Yeah, real. Can I say Rover's voice acting? This whole patch has been great. Even when he was talking to Luuk, there was a sense of like hesitation and probing him for information with the way that he was asking the questions. He wasn't just like trusting with the way that he was speaking to Luuk, and I love that. Like, it's been, yeah, Chase Brown has been fantastic. I haven't heard much of, is it Jane Jackson for the female Rover? I haven't heard much of their voice acting, but if it's as good as Chase or better, like, dude, it's been fantastic. I am the biggest fanboy after the last patch. Like, oh, this is, you got yourself a laboratory, sir. Ooh, soundtrack, wait a minute.
quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about.
Hell yeah, brother.
Now, where were we? Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fraxidus activity.
Okay.
Warren was the first Fraxidus mole you uncovered, and he certainly won't be the last.
Nivora.
Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas.
I love that.
An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough.
Lahai Roy is
Lahai
a gold
Roy is
mine.
a gold mine.
And that's I don't know if this is a reference, but maybe it is. Like the States is a great example in our history where the gold mine rush of USA really defined so many things that would then establish so many monopolies and millionaires and billionaires down the road, right? But it also caused so much conflict between different states and governing bodies and organizations because they were all trying to get to that gold mine rush. So the analogy there is great.
Even for the Fraxidus.
And to displaced natives, exactly.
You're saying the fall of
And the
Helios
poisoning
wasn't
of
their real goal?
lands, you know, the uproot of culture, like so much. I mean, it was just so multifaceted in so many
It
different
was
ways.
one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
Did we tell him we were in Renacida?
The Thenodian. Aleph 1.
We, in fact, did not. Right? That's what I was thinking. So how the fuck does he know about that? Take me out for a coffee first, Luke. Damn. Okay. He's keeping tabs on us. Sheesh.
Correct. Given the Thenodians' unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, Aleph 1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Spying on the Fraxidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
Oh, this soundtrack for this is great.
Well, that is a bit of a long story.
Huge, by the way. I just realized I didn't realize how much bigger he was than Rover.
You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table.
Boss, notice something funny? Since the start of the quest, it's been fully voiced. I would hope so. They've been doing it a little bit more lately, but I like the fact that we've had a lack of dialogue options so far. I don't think dialogue options is bad, by the way. I don't mind them. I think it's cool. My problem is when they're not voiced, and they usually aren't. It just takes away from a lot of emotional moments. So I don't mind if they have dialogue options. I just want Rover to be completely voiced, is the thing. And so far, it's been great. It's been really good, actually, now that I think about it. There hasn't been like a single unvoiced line as far as I'm aware. Ah. The gold liquid, I'm assuming it's related to Luke from the trailer. Oh, I can spin it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Complete investigation. Sure.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. But I prefer its other name, Ichor.
Ichor. Wait. What's the name of the green-haired Callisto photo? Isn't it? Oh, not green hair. Sorry, green eyes. I don't know why I said green hair. Nivora. Notice. Her eyes are green. Her name is Nivora. Noviel Group. Novl Also in Nivora. I'm just saying.
My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed, it came
Green
to represent
eyes.
something far more ambitious.
Drug of
The
evolution.
drug of evolution.
Father mentioned trailer.
Evolution. Sounds like something the Fraxis would like.
Based off of their goals that they admitted back in 2.7.
Well, on paper it worked.
And that they've been implying since
I
before
became its
2.7, to be honest.
resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless.
Wait. You're the resonator of the golden ichor? Like, the Icarus chosen one is like literal.
But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my colored vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it.
Huh.
It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story.
Story, so you realize she is Cristoforo too.
The rest is in my study, shall we?
Oh my god, the lighting. Wow. Holy. Damn. You're starting to sound like those conspiracy theorists. I'm just saying, don't trust books in your buy in your room. Might open up one day. Green eyes, beware. Whoa. Damn. Okay, yo. Dude, the lighting here goes crazy. Drawing of a family. More blondes. It's blue eyes. But is it because of the lighting? You know what I mean? Like, it's blue eyes, boss, but is it because of the lighting? Uh-huh. Oh. On the back of the framed picture, a scribbled note reads, "Always happy, Wuthering Herssen." Why does that name sound familiar? Am I crazy? That's taken from somewhere. It must have been drawn years ago, but the frame is carefully preserved and shows little wear.
My brother Ryan drew this picture.
What was the eye color of what is it? Avidius? The creation of Cristoforo? Because he was blonde too, right? What was his eye color? Blue! 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 So what if? Based off of the trailer, it's implied that Fraxidius replaced Luke's father, right? So what if, to fuck with Luke more, right? Grand Architect was like, Cristoforo, make a creation that looks like Luke's brother, cousin, whoever that is, right? My brother Ryan, brother. And Avidius is based off of Luke's brother to fuck with him. I don't know.
We're not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago.
Oh, at least you're not related to him. Okay, never mind. Take back what I said.
Ryan never could handle pain. But he was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
So, that's why he always has candy with him.
Okay, that's cute.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked, so eventually I stopped trying. It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché, someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed.
The trailer.
It was empty.
So we were the ones that told Luke and gave him the hint necessary to find it for himself. Interesting. Which means because we were probably like hot on their trail. Oh. Examine the burnt page. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burns. It appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Judging by the legible contents, it's a report. It mentions Lahivorian void matter and was originally destined for New Federation. Where have I seen this symbol before? Am I crazy? I feel like I've seen that sigil. Huh. I'm blanking. The Fraxidius insignia. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, no. They're blonde. Yeah! I'm not crazy. 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 I'm not crazy.
The entire Lola logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page. I managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page.
It's a report
It is
from
a
an
report
overseer.
from an overseer.
Did he like to, write in a very author-like tone? Or perhaps he spoke like this. At 0.25 speed, maybe.
Fraidus Overseer's report on its way to the New Federation.
Like, it's one of the two, right?
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box. The recipient is Eris in the New Federation.
New Federation foreshadowing. Hence the Lola logistics outfit he had.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fraidus get into Noviali's work after learning about the Icar's potential for evolution?
The soundtrack is fantastic. However, its severe side effects make it intolerable for most, keeping it under ongoing research and validation. In its natural form, Icar is a volatile golden liquid that radiates intense heat at room temperature. In rare cases, it can be controlled and stabilized into a solid form.
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement.
Of your dad, which is what we got on the trailer, right?
You ever met the Fraidus' Grand Architect?
Oh my god, it's him. Oh. Which means we're gonna have to deal with 0.5 speed dialogue incoming soon. Oh. At least he doesn't sound sleepy like Nami Pon.
The 1,000-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake deep within the Dark Tide. Wait. Does this mean your father was...
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken. I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour. So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fraidus. Hatred.
Damn. Wow. Valid.
Hatred. Even now.
Now, it has become something of a habit. Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
Blonde hair, green eyes, the green eyes.
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Yeah, and Cristoforo, who has green eyes, is able to make other blondes as well.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos.
Arachnos.
Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding.
Isn't like spider? No, he likes to weave together stories, so I guess that does make sense.
But it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style, personal tastes, and even ambitions. Think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. We can start to build a profile from the pieces.
Yeah, weaver of stories, yup, exactly.
I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for years. Allow me to share what I've learned so far.
I'm aware. One of them can create other blondes and people with green eyes.
I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there.
Open the hidden door. Whoa! Oh, okay. Yeah. No, for sure. Uh-huh.
The Fraidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra.
A new one. Hydra. Okay. Other overseer. Got it. In charge of all the experimentations on the Fraidus
Hydra
members.
is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications.
Okay.
Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by.
That's not good. Hydra and Siren. We're getting real Greek with everything, huh? Grand Architect. Arachnos, Hydra, Siren, Hecate.
Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention.
Oh,
This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Zashiki Warashi Ashinohara. Like, we're talking Japanese inspiration, right?
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember.
Honami is part of Ashinohara.
The city that trapped her, Honami, is part of Ashinohara. Now, on to 2 key pieces of the puzzle.
Okay.
I did say the Fraidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation.
Oh?
And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
Oh, damn, you did homework, bro.
How critical? Do they operate in the open?
Zashiki Warashi is a type of benevolent childlike yokai from Japanese folklore, particularly in the Tohoku region, that inhabits old houses, bringing good fortunes and immense wealth to the family, but causing mischief and leaving if neglected. They are often depicted as children aged 5 to 6 with bobbed hair and are considered guardian spirits of the home. Huh. Arachnos. Yeah, Arachnos is Greek. Tells of a story of a woman named Arachnos who weaved the best in the land, and one day Athena challenged her in secret when she did her work. She boasted so far to insult the gods, so Athena punished her by turning into an animal that only weaves a spider. Yep, I remember that story really well. The really sad thing about that story, unless I'm misremembering, is that they were offered a olive branch. Granted, it was a petty olive branch because, you know, Greek gods, very petty. And they still kind of like further spat in Athena's face. And then it led to the events of her being turned into a spider.
Not exactly. But in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members.
Eris is associated with bliss, right?
Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage.
Oh, is it
With
strife?
that endless
Strife and
stream
discord.
of wealth,
Ah, okay.
Fraidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation.
Of course.
To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Ouch.
Eris, huh? Duly noted.
Duly
I'm
noted.
assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
I love how he said that. He's like, got it.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
The way he said that was so good.
The Fraidus Grand Architect.
Like, damn,
Their
bro.
true
Okay,
name
exactly.
is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories. I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time, and missed my shot. This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire.
Got you. Pen comes back from 3.1 part 1.
I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have a good reason, right?
You uncovered all this by yourself.
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
Really? Those
To
are the
get your
bloom bearers
hands
you were
with
mentioning?
Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, they are a loose organization.
So, damn. Bro, like you were ex-Fraxidus for real, But, you know, more like playing the part rather than officially.
Knowing the Fraxidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last.
Real.
Luke, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
Who does that sound like? Sorry, I had allergies.
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
Pot calling the kettle black, literally. And he's over.
They got away again.
Dude.
If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. I should send today's findings to him. It's been 2 years. Suppose I'm due for a report. Good. You got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me to go to Lahai Roy? Why?
There's evidence of their activity in Lahai Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
The way he said that, bro, he's looking out for the homie. Wait.
There's evidence of their activity in Lahai Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Damn.
Now is not the right time.
Damn.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Damn. Which really just calls back to Frolova, someone that like pushed the boundaries as far as they could, right?
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Bless you, fam. Thank you.
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. Lahai Roy is a nice place, Luke. Bright, passionate students. Beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down.
That's why Luke says let's slow the tempo down earlier. He was calling back to what Rover used to tell him. Let's slow things down.
Listen to me on this. Come.
Very well. As you wish. So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits.
As you say, and the only thing you can see is gold. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Is it just the color that you're able to see, or is it specifically the energy frequency? Maybe it's just the color.
Let's set aside the Fraxidus for now. We should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Aemeath in the Frostlands.
Yeah, if it's the color, it makes sense why he calls us Golden Boy, because we're the only one that has any color to us. You briefly recount to Luke the events in the Frostlands.
See, Aemeath, she... No wonder you're in such a state.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for Lahai Roy, in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself.
You can still hear the weight behind what he said, though.
But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Yo.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with the Space Trek Collective finding a giant Solaskin root network in Bjartar Woods. They identified it as the lid, sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak.
This is why the Fraxidus had so much information as to the going-ons in Lahai Roy, is because the New Federation are the biggest donors. We know the New Federation has rats up in their biggest positions, so...
It keeps the Thernodians' fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell Lahai Roy's doomsday,
but the entire
but
world.
the entire world.
Kuro Games. Years later, you still do typos. It's world, not word. It's okay, I got you.
But the collective still yearned to open that gateway, to explore the unknown. So, they created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Threnodians suppressed. But lately, the Threnodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. I'm afraid the Fraidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Aemeath. You were a synchronist in the Academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luuk.
Luuk, you work so hard. You deserve a break. Just take it easy, buddy. You've done so much for me. Take it easy, rest. I'll speak to Lucilla instead. You just... Let me go make you a tea real quick, alright? I'll speak to Lucilla instead. It's okay.
Certainly. But our immediate priority should be the Fraidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider. Rover said he'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before he left. Well, it could be a way to take his mind off things. Now then.
Dr. Herssen, is something the matter?
There is so much that's the matter. Oh my... Wow! Lee! Be my director any day.
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
So this is about Aemeath. He was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet he spoke to you.
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And he was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen. Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
So curious what makes her so grand besides how great she looks. As a director. Very curious about her story. Clearly, Luuk has a lot of respect for her. Yeah, it's also implied that she may or may not know us in the past as well.
That's clear.
My head's spinning. No. Not now. I have to.
That or she's just jealous. No, I'm
I
kidding.
can faint after the papers. Oh, Dr. Herssen. It's good to see you.
So, Luuk POV.
Ethan, you looked fine not long ago. What happened to you?
My thesis. My spot at the...
Hold on. I recall you coming by the infirmary with good news earlier. Something about an institute professor recruiting you for your top marks? Is this the price you have to pay for that? Careful. You might get talked out of the job over health issues.
No, I will get that position at the Institute. I'll crawl there if I have to. I'll come back from the dead if I die first.
Yeah, don't do that.
Now you're just delirious. I know getting this opportunity wasn't easy. And you can't exactly just ask for time off. Come by my office later. I'll write you a sick note. You can't run yourself like an exoswarm, thinking you'll recharge the moment the sun comes up. It's not how we humans work.
Thank you, Doctor. Good things are bound to come your way. This takes me back. I always got my best sleep passed out in your infirmary.
Bro.
That's clear.
Let's see here. I'm still skipping their physical checkup. Do these people not believe in proper work-life balance? So irresponsible.
So irresponsible, huh? How dare... work-life balance is so important, guys. So essential. I cannot stand that people do not figure that out as a priority.
Skipping them. Ah, young Luuk. What brings you to the Institute today?
Just here to discuss something with someone. How have your shifts been treating you these past few months?
Not bad. You know, these researchers, getting them in for a checkup is like pulling their teeth. I have to hunt them down myself. What do you say we grab a drink after my shift? The meal plans here are all nutritional efficiency. Taste like chewed up cardboard.
Of course. Why don't I show you that scout drone model I just finished while we're at it?
Luke's huge. He like towers over the rover and like every other dude I've seen. This dude can probably like pick me up like a basketball. You know what I mean?
Fast? You really do enjoy that sort of tinkering.
Taking things apart and putting them back together again is quite stress relieving. It's a nice way to unwind after a day's work.
Doctor, you're huge.
So, what do you say we sneak over to Rogan's place when we get a minute and
Who's Rogan?
liberate the cannon barrel from that precious bot of his? We can put it back after he's had a good meltdown.
I'd rather not be an accomplice to that.
Oh.
It's unethical. And I can't believe you're still holding a grudge over that fish he stewed behind your back.
Put him next to Carlotta. I think he's about 4 Carlottas tall.
That's clear.
Nah, 15 Carlottas tall. Sorry, that was an underestimate. Animation. Man!
Have a seat, Doctor.
Yes, ma'am, with a cup of coffee, too. Damn. Wow. Woo! Woo!
Shame. I thought he would come with you.
No, Luke! You could have brought me over!
He's been here before, but things are different now.
Ah.
I prefer not to have him tangled in the collective's trivial matters.
Fair enough. But I'm not like those stubborn old goats you're used to dealing with. I don't chase after pride or rank. All I care about is Star Torch Academy.
Damn.
Now go on. Give me the highlights, Dr. Herssen. The Fraxidus. I understand. I'll keep a closer watch. As for piloting the Exostrider, if he is capable, that's fine by me. The Research Institute will see to the preparations.
Okay.
That said, we can't ignore the risks that come with opening the Strider Gate. I have someone in mind who can help. But first, let me have a quick word with her. The Threnodian concerns every one of us at Lahairoi. I'll handle the board as you've asked. You focus on him and the matters here on campus.
Thank you for understanding, Lucila. President. Our conversation went more smoothly than I expected. I thought you might think I had a hidden agenda.
Because she used to back in the day is what that implies.
As a thank you, care for some candy?
I'll pass. I'm well aware of your candy outreach program across campus. I've had my fill of sweets over the years.
Candy outreach program is a mad funny way to describe it. Wow, that angle is crazy. Wow! Sorry. I really am trying, guys.
As for what you said earlier, I've been here long enough to know exactly who you are. Thanks to your efforts in uncovering those moles, the Academy is safer, and we have far fewer headaches to worry about.
Ah, so he was also dedicating a lot of his time to get a lot of the snakes and rats out of the way.
What truly surprised us was your choice to stay all these years and become one of Lahai-Roy's steadfast guardians.
Oh, I'm just glad the President doesn't see me as some busybody.
You're the right kind of busybody, the kind we're happy to have.
A friend of mine sold me on this place, went on and on about the beautiful snow and the bright, passionate students. Convinced me to come. But when I actually got here, nothing like the brochure he described. Turns out, 8 out of 10 staff members were planted here by different factions.
That's crazy!
Our students dream of reaching the stars, all while living in a gilded cage. Meanwhile, we have Roya dealing in exoswarm parts and colluding with new Federation smugglers. I know that these students aren't fools. They're the best minds from across the nations. If even I can see what's going on, how could they be blind to it? It's their ideals, their hope for the future that lets them endure the ugly realities of this place without becoming cynical. I only came to Lahai-Roy because a friend recommended it. But now...
Now you've grown to like it here, right?
Yes, same as you, Madam President. An urgent transmission from Nana. If you'll excuse me.
Nana, me. No, I'm kidding.
There was a break-in at the infirmary.
Do they have green eyes?
Nivora's been kidnapped by the one we previously detained, Warren.
No! Nivora! Oh no! Nivora's been kidnapped! Oh, how the heart splits and aches for such news! Oh, the grief, the sorrow, the tragedy! Oh, the tragedy, Nivora! I hope you're safe and nothing bad happened to thee.
What is your status? Are you severely damaged?
No need to worry. Just need time to prepare.
Understood. Prioritize damage control after this call. Notify the Academy's security department.
If I'm wrong about Nivora, I'm gonna be the biggest asshole I've had of every creator. It's one of the two. Either it's obvious as fuck, or I'm the biggest fucking asshole on the internet. It's one of the two.
It'll take time for them to respond. I'll go after Warren. Which direction did he take her?
Oh, man. My paranoid ass, dude.
Received message from the Academy. They're heading towards the Sky Arc space station in the Frostlands.
It's the Court of Savante space station he and I discovered before. I'm on my way.
And where? Who else was there when we discovered it? Nivora! Eyes! Green eyes!
Warren has escaped. He's taken a student and is heading for one of the debris fields in the Frostlands.
Yes, a student. Oh, the tragedy. Oh, how my heart aches. Oh, well, when I said I wanted more consequences in the game, please do not harm not a single hair of the great Nivora, for she is just a lass, a student that deserves to be shielded from the harm of the world.
What do you plan to do?
The cruelty of reality.
I'm going after him. I'd like you to set up a perimeter there to cut off his escape and prevent any further risks to the Academy.
You want me to secure a perimeter while you go in alone to handle Warren?
Yeah. Hey, let Pops get to work.
I have a hypothesis. One I'd like to verify by myself.
He said, let's get busy.
Very well. Your track record warrants it. Go, Dr. Herssen.
I'll expect
good news.
Ooh, I love his character. Yo, I am loving his character, and I am loving Lucilla, because she's a great director.
Nivora, why now?
Nivora! No! Wait for me! I will save you! I'll be your hero! Whoa, 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 whoa. I surely won't let you go over a cliff. Scar Mufasa Lion King style, definitely not.
I know you've been here before. Take me to the data room. Now!
Okay, I'll do anything you say.
They're heading deeper into the station. Is there someplace we haven't discovered yet?
I'm gonna be the biggest asshole if I'm wrong. My ass might get canceled if I'm wrong. Oh, shit. These guys are always so creepy. The way that, like, their arms aren't connected.
Right on schedule.
It's a little spooky, not gonna lie. You missed it. Damn!
Imbalance at you. Game over.
He might come for the #1 spot of gameplay. Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's so saucy and there's just so much movement
clear.
and inputs. Like, I love it, love it. Okay. Wait. I've seen... Hold on. I've seen that frequency before. Listen, hold on. Do you hear that? It's Morse code for beware the green eyes. I'm sorry, guys. Auto Apocalypse traumatized me, and then Wuthering Waves created Crisoforo, who also happens to be blonde hair, green eyes, and I'm just like, it like worsened the trauma by a lot. It wouldn't be bad if I didn't deal with that across 2 games, but I dealt with it across 2 games. And just when I thought I was done with Auto, then fucking Void Archives appeared, right? And now it's Crisoforo, so it's like everywhere I go, there's a blonde man with green eyes that is like terrorizing me and causing like paranoia and trust issues. So it's pretty bad. I do apologize.
The researchers the Academy stationed here. 2 with gunshot wounds, but still alive. And this one? No vitals.
Uh-huh. Reports of the situation is
Their
to Star
bleeding
Torch
stopped.
Academy.
I should keep going after Warren.
And Nivora. I thought I was gonna fall down. I was testing it for science. I didn't realize there was glass there. I was like, can we fall? I was getting ready to jump out. Oh, man. What was this?
Path's clear.
Okay. I see.
Right on schedule.
What's with the red over there? Oh, hi. Damn.
Return to silence!
Wait. Oh, down? Wait, that's nice. It's just so saucy. So saucy. Module adapter. Okay, okay. Crazy. I was crazy once they locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room. With blondes and green eyes. The green eyes, they made me crazy. Sorry, I'm traumatized, guys. Can I, oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was...
Spatial anomalies. Can someone reactivate the Skyark system?
Oh. That's... Yeah, I wonder who did that. Maybe the same person that cut off the projection, like, you know, a little earlier than she was supposed to. I'm gonna be honest with you, I cannot see where I'm supposed to go. Oh, wait, no, I see it. Never mind. I'm blind.
I'll get out of Lahai, Roy. Out of this cursed place.
Uh-huh.
It appears Warren's taken Nivora to the data room we visited earlier. The path is blocked. It's those error modules again. I should use the adapter.
Oh, I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision. No. Okay, cool.
It's cleared. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, I think it was just that area, because everywhere else has been, like, lit pretty well. I think it might just be a bug on my end, guys.
The path's clear. Almost there. Now, moment of truth.
I like how we just have to aura farm just a little bit. Nivora! No! I'll save you! I'll be your hero!
I brought the student, just like you asked. So, you... Where are you? Lahai Roy was just a minor setback. I'm still useful. I still have work in the new Federation. I still...
Oh, they're gonna kill you, bro.
Stop hiding! Say something! You! That doctor who's always watching.
Should have let him shoot her in the foot just in case.
You've reached a dead end, Warren. Don't you see that?
You can just patch it up. It's not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? You just summoned him like that?
It's your dead end!
My dead end?
Skyark's data room. There must be a reason. Is that just impulse? Perhaps.
That's so satisfying, man. Dude, the dodging with the attack animation is nuts.
And agony ends.
Damn, the aura form dodge there?
Time to insult.
What's wrong? Get up. Don't let your guard down.
No! Oh, Dr. Herssen! Warren, is he?
It's pretty good acting. It's pretty... Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good acting. Pretty good acting.
He's only unconscious. Everything's okay, Nivora. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just that he struck me in the back of the neck. It really hurts. I'm really scared.
Oh, it's okay. We're here for you.
It's okay. Don't force yourself to hold it in.
Why are you looking at the pen?
After a shock like that, it's much better if you let it
I
out.
saw you.
Keeping it bottled up is stressful in itself.
Oh, liar! 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 Yeah, the pen's very interesting, huh?
Take your time. Tell me what happened when you're ready.
Huh? Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Your time! Because you would know about taking your time with speaking. Right? Right? I see what you did there, Luke. I see what you did there. You don't think she's Cristoforo the way that I thought she was Cristoforo. You think she's the great architect. So we being funny. Take your time. Because your ass likes to take your time when you're speaking in your old ass skull ass face. Right? 10 out of 10 joke, Luke.
I'll try.
Uh-huh.
I need a moment.
Then rest here for now. I'll go check on Warren.
I fell asleep on the hospital bed. When I woke up and opened my eyes, Warren was pointing a gun at my head.
You look like you're recomposing yourself.
He was frantic, grilled me non-stop about Skyark, and when he found out I'd been to the station before, he forced me to bring him.
No, go on. Continue. I'm listening.
Wait! Those researchers by the door!
Oh! By the door? Oh, yeah,
One of them didn't make it. The other two are still alive.
Luke. I swear, if you get shot, Luke, I will be so pissed. I will be mad at you. I won't even be mad that she did it. I will be mad at you if you let that happen. Luke, I know you're baiting her. You're baiting her to expose yourself. But I swear, like...
I see. As for what else happened, I don't really remember.
Yeah, I remember. Memory issues, huh?
That's all right. I've already formed a rough theory about his motives now. You should rest, Nivora. We'll handle things from here.
Dude, Luke's acting is 10 out of 10. He knows exactly what's happening, and he's playing it off And the coolness of the voice acting, 10 out of 10. It's so good. It's so good. That look back is like, I know exactly what you're about to do.
Is that so? Then, Dr. Herssen, care to share your theory?
I dare you. I wish you would, Nivora. I wish you would. Yeah! Get her ass! Or his ass! Their ass? Get him! Yo! Yeah! Shooter! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I mean, yeah, no, a shooter, but like, shit. I didn't think you... He went for the head.
How mean. Is that any way to treat a student?
I told you!
I'm afraid identity theft is not in the curriculum. Isn't
You're
that
fucked
right?
for bringing that one back.
Grand Architect of the Fraxidus.
Uh-huh.
Since you insist on playing the student, I'll offer a lesson.
Off.
It takes two to play a game.
Oh, get him! Yes! Yes! Yeah! Fuck him up! That's... Oh, shit!
Played me for a fool, didn't you?
that's sweetheart. It's because you are a fool.
Going to kill you for a little one-on-one time with Rover.
Ew, no.
Shame.
No. I'll pass, old man. You're a little past your bedtime, and you're a little past my age threshold. It's actually, no, now that I think about it, we're kind of old as fuck like you are, but still, that's, at least I don't speak at 0.25 speed when I'm in my actual body, okay?
Regrettable that you evaded what was meant for you.
Oh, your dialogue speed went up. Wait a minute, hold on.
But it's okay. Uncle Warren's dead. Nice and clean.
That's fucked. From Frolova. You're an asshole. You're an asshole for that. That was an intentional play just to be like, hey, you remember Frolova? Fuck you, actually.
Being caught out in the open. And still he thought he could just vanish from the Hyrule and get away with this fiasco. The naivety is remarkable.
The way Rover pulled up behind him, can y'all see? Dog! Yo! That was like with a vengeance, bro.
Anyway, I got back what I wanted too, so I'm a happy girl.
That's not good.
On my way here, I kept wondering why you acted so quickly. Didn't fit your usual style of staying in character until the very end.
Ah.
Just as I thought. You were after this pen.
Ah, yes, my precious. I couldn't find it anywhere. So it was you who took it from me.
Yeah.
This is the first time someone's taken something from me. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. When did you begin to suspect?
Frame one, the eyes, right? The eyes, tell me not. The eyes.
If you must know, my suspicions began to deepen during our last visit to the space station.
Ah, okay.
You feigned that injury. Your acting had been flawless, Grand Architect. But even you cannot mimic what you don't understand.
Ah.
Death itself. To an immortal like you, no matter how many times you die, it's just another lost identity. And I happen to have seen you die before.
Yeah.
Oh? Is this why you've had your eye on me all this time? Let me think. Whoops. Can't seem to remember. My bad.
That's fucked.
The whoops too reminded me of Aemeath's whoops. Like,
My real favorite things are the ones that are really old and far, far away.
fuck you. You're disgusting for even being able to like play as a fucking student just to.
But you're something special, Dr. Herssen. You're the first person in forever to ever come this close. Without you, the game in the High Roy would be so boring. So, you get prizes. And I promise, it's right up your alley.
Dude, it is creepy to see him play
Now,
all
for
these
the first
different
one,
acts.
At the upcoming New Solar Celebration, among all the lovely students, stands a member of the Fraidus.
That's fucked. No, that's fucked.
I'm so looking forward to that child's performance.
Telling us this doesn't do your spy any good.
But that's what makes it fun! It's a cat and mouse game. The mouse needs to know the cat is coming, or how else will it run fast enough on its little wheel? To win, you just have to be the hunter.
Yeah, and then we get the wrong person. Dude, mind games. Voice actor putting in work,
And
real.
if you do end up catching that child, that just proves they were useless anyway.
That was only the first. What's the next one?
The next prize is right here in this data room.
Uh-huh.
You're so smart, Dr. Herssen. I bet you've already figured it out, no? I had so much fun on this little trip to the Sky Arc. So, how did you feel seeing the etheric sea? Oh, home sweet home. Your faraway home. The one you can never, ever go back to. Leading you there wasn't all for nothing. The look on your face was the sweetest treat. Let's be sure to have more fun like this in the future. Until next time, you two. I wish you a pleasant past, present, and future.
Is that a Truman reference? Are you being literal with Aleph 1?
Why did you stop me? You think we couldn't have stopped her here?
Yes. My
Truman
goal was to
reference,
gather
right?
intelligence.
Literally,
Not
like frame
apprehend
for
the
frame, too.
Fraidus' Grand Architect.
Hey, I don't know how popular or not popular it is overseas, but at the very like end, right? There's this. The frame is literally in the Truman Show. He's saying his goodbyes as he like exits through the door, and it's just very reminiscent to. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yup, that one.
When we dug up my father's empty grave, I realized that it is no simple feat to find an immortal who leaves no trail.
Y'all are based for knowing that, yo.
The Grand Architect may appear to act on a whim, but in my observation, that playfulness is just another layer of disguise. There's a purpose behind it. When Nana called earlier, something felt off. Warren is a researcher himself. Why would he need to take a student hostage to investigate a debris field? Even if he did, breaking into the infirmary and letting Nana send a distress call was a sloppy strategy.
Yep.
Of course I'd be the first person she contacted.
So that's why you called me afterwards. I did hear Nivora say you've had her in
Which
the
is why we
infirmary all
knew to
this
be
time.
there at the right time.
You were keeping an eye on her then.
That's why he gave us the look at the base.
I was waiting for her to show her hand. Until then, it was all speculation. I needed to see her end the act to be sure.
Because there was a subtle look that Luke gives to Rover when they're all there in the space station in 3.1 Part 1.
Immortal, 1,000 faces. We've managed to gather quite a bit of intel on the Grand Architect.
Anything Jim Carrey is popular here in Asia? Really? Wait, that's sick, actually. I love Jim Carrey. Dude, a little crazy, but a just insanely good actor.
If I'm not mistaken, there should be something more important hidden in this room. Otherwise, she wouldn't have called it a prize.
Okay. Off we go. Don't like the way that she called it a prize. I think the past, present, future is literally talking about how she's gonna mess with Aleph 1.
These are personnel files from the Skyark space station.
Give me all the files. I'll dig through all of them. Lore, give it to me.
This lettering. Do you recall the lead researcher on the Etheric Sea Initiative? The one we saw in the hologram during our first visit?
Yeah.
Professor Junchi.
Yes. During his lecture, he mentioned a scholar who had just joined the project, Wei Ying, but his introduction was cut short.
Wait, you don't think that's the architect, do you?
I've found that scholar's record in the system, and her name. The letters of this name are a perfect match with those engraved on that pen.
Oh.
Are you saying that scholar is the Grand Architect?
That explains why they didn't want us to see the recording.
According to these records, the Etheric Sea Initiative was stalled due to a lack of funding. Until she joined. Then, it was pushed back on track. Her involvement influenced the CSC's decision on this project. But everything else about her birthplace, employment history, or academic background is missing.
And this is why, at its core, Wuthering Waves is a great story. Even though people say, oh, but we go to another region and Rover knew everyone there and has connections in some way. So what's the point if Rover just has a connection and already had past history? Well, the point is, it's not just Rover that has that advantage. It's also the Fraidus with the Grand Architect. Like, they're supposed to be parallels of enemies in the sense that they've lived for ages and they've established such a grand network across all of Solaris 3, right? And that's the narrative, is who plays their cards better with all of the work that they've done over such a grand span of time. So no, it's not OP or plot armor that the Rover happens to know everybody. It's that needs to be the case for us to even have a chance to play against the Grand Architect, who also happens to have lived a long time and knows about almost everybody and has connections in almost everywhere. Like, they need to match each other. It is a giant chess game across time. Yes, exactly. So, like, it's not plot armor. It's not OP. It's necessary. Otherwise, what chance do we even have from a lore standpoint to even go against the Grand Architect? You know? It's just not possible. And again, like, this is further foreshadowed with Linnea's story. It's further foreshadowed with Mornier. It's further foreshadowed in this quest, where they're talking about how some of the top individuals in the new Federation have planted individuals from the Fraidus that, who, by the way, mind you, the new Federation are the biggest donors of the Space Trek Collective, right? Which is trying to jam open and continue the research of the Etheric Sea, which will, you know, cause a great disturbance and all that stuff. Like, all of this is the reason why it is not plot convenience that the rover has all these connections. They're necessary if we even want a shot at competing against the Grand Architect.
Sounds like another identity borrowed by the Grand Architect.
Indeed. It seems we've just traced this thousand-faced individual back to an even earlier point in Solaris' history.
Yes, and this is why I've been excited for this game since 1.0. And then like it's just been getting better, especially recently, because we're now getting into like the Court of Savante and all these different lore points that was established in 1.0, which everyone says had no points of the entire core narrative, but it had all the points of the entire core narrative, and it's why in 1.3 we had to establish the Black Shores and the connection of Rover and how the Rover planted all of his information across all of Solaris 3 in order to have so many threads to even have a chance against a Grand Architect. You know? Like...
These records also show Wei Ying took great interest in the CSC and Etheric Sea initiative during that period. That must be why she infiltrated the Skyark space station.
Yes.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
Oh, wow. Voice acting, okay. Damn.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
And about that footage... No need to explain. The fewer people who know about your secret, the better. It just occurred to me that this wasn't a coincidence. If her goal in the past involved you, then it's something to keep in mind on your journey ahead.
And reminder, this is a callback to 2.7. What did the Grand Architect and the Fraxidus say as they were leaving? Remember, we once were your Waystones. Like, these people may be your Waystones now, but back in the day, we were once your Waystones, right? Like, oh...
The Etheric Sea. That might have been my entry point to Solaris after leaving my distant
homeland. I'm impressed at just like 3.1's Part 1 quest, how this quest also feels half of it is another rover quest. Like, if they would have called 3.1 Part 1 and this quest, both of them, like, the Rover Chronicles or something, like, I would have believed it, because there's just so much rover development here. It's insane.
Wei Ying was interested in the Etheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? I will. Given her nature, it's only a matter of time before we meet again.
I hate those implications. Wei Ying was interested in the Etheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. And then we're getting into the fact that Aleph 1 is a Threnodian that is not, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm mistaken, but if I remember correctly, Aleph 1 is not a native Threnodian. It is an alien Threnodian from outside of Solaris 3. As in, like we mentioned back in 3.1 Part 1, right? Why would a lion get its kill and not eat it before going on to the next hunt, right? Why would a Threnodian not consume the civilization it's dealing with before it goes on to the next civilization? Like, this is a Threnodian that has already dealt with multiple or at least one civilization before us, right? And now we have this alien, crazy power-scaled Threnodian that is Aleph 1, and now we got freaking Wei Ying, the Grand Architect, interested in the Etheric Sea. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? Bro, we're getting into beings and civilizations way beyond outside of Solaris 3. That is terrifying. Because, man, a lot of Solaris 3 feels like there's just so much manipulation across the board, not just from Grand Architect and Rover, but like outside forces, right? And you kind of get that in a lot of, do you remember the plays of like the heroes and stuff that you can listen to back in, is it Jinzhou Huang Long in 1.0 that kind of implied that like there's higher beings out there, but in like a fantastical system or setting, like that might have just been foreshadowing for all the things we're gonna need to deal with, man. And knowing Kuro, we're gonna go into some real eldritch stuff that's a little scary.
The more she appears, the more she gives away. If she enjoys playing games, then it means she'll follow some rules at least.
Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? I won't spoil. Have y'all seen Link Click? Season 1. I won't spoil, I promise. All I'm gonna say is, there's a moment, and this isn't a spoiler, I'm keeping it vague, but there's a moment where they're playing games and one of them likes to play by rules, is all I'm gonna say, and you probably know what I'm talking about. This reminds me of that. That's... Oh, dude. Yeah. Dude, what a quest, man.
She'd die of boredom.
Oh, the look. Oh. That's the look of a man that knows that all the shit that we've been dealing with is because of the Grand Architect, and more importantly, what we just went through with freaking Aemeath didn't need to happen to that extent if it wasn't for the meddling of the Fraidus at all. This is, we are getting, like, the string has been snapped of the Rover's patience.
Huh. Exactly. And as I've said before, sometimes style, personal taste, and ambition can be more revealing than intended. The Fraidus has more than one base in Solaris, and I'm far from the only one with a grudge or an interest in their activities. Until now, the Grand Architect has been like a reflection in water. She never appears as her own person, only by the faces of the already dead.
She confirmed, does she, or?
But now, her fascination with what lies beyond all those infinite stars is a thread we can pull.
Yep.
We can start identifying which schemes bear her signature. And the Court of Savante, since our Grand Architect has taken interest in them before, a trip to Mong Joe may be worth a visit.
Lord's Loring. Okay. I'm so glad I had like coffee and matcha before this quest, because if I didn't, I would have been obnoxious. And if you think I'm obnoxious, like in this quest, caffeine mellows me out, which is why I drink it before stream. Otherwise, that'd be too much. Dude, this. Oh man.
The Court of Savante was active in Mong Joe?
Just a rumor. They say a city was built there under their direction.
Really?
There may be clues there. As for the new Federation, you'll likely end up there eventually if you plan to counter the Fraidus' operations in the future.
What, man, we've been building on the new Federation like crazy.
But not now. Things are too complicated over there, and they handle resonators differently. Even with the Black Shore's backing, going in unprepared would be serious risk.
I'll be cautious. Before Nivora, did you find any other traces of this Grand Architect in the High Roy?
Yes. There is this one thing, but it's only speculation.
Okay.
About how Aemeath disappeared. From what you told me, she died from overclocking trying to stop the Threnodian over a decade ago. After that incident, the Academy detected cracks on the Threnodian seal in the depths of Biarter Woods. The damage seemed intentional.
Wait. Are you fucking serious? When I meant that the Fraxidus was responsible for that, I meant more metaphorically, as in they've been the ones speeding up the process of us and all the events happening in Lahai Roy. I didn't mean directly. Oh, dude. Oh, fuck. We're gonna see a different side to Rover, man. Oh, shit. If it was on site before, which it was, oh man.
You mean?
I believe it was the Grand Architect who damaged the seal, and that led to Aemeath's death.
Fuck. Yeah, it's yeah, fuck. The finger twitch, and then his eye is getting darker and darker, man. Oh, dude.
Lucila's people will handle things here now. We should leave.
Did you catch the expression from Luuk? The silence as he was watching? That's Luuk being like, fuck, this is the weighed down, stressed Rover that I knew back in the day. That's what that was. That was worry, and not for the present. That's, in my opinion, the way that he reacted was, uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
To where?
Let's go clear our minds. You shouldn't sit with this alone.
See? I love Luuk as a character. Oh, he needs to come back. He really does. I haven't seen a character
Any for your thoughts?
look out this heavy since like Shorekeeper, in my opinion, and Galbrenna actually.
Talking about it?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wondering if the choices I made in the past were the right ones. I still don't know why I chose to erase my memories. That one decision cost me my grip on everything. It made me leave so many people behind. You, Aemeath, those at the Black Shores, and probably more I don't even know or remember now. I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world. And when it mattered most, I wasn't even there. If we can't save Aemeath, she'll just be forgotten, left to drift in the void forever.
Even if that hadn't happened, your path was always destined to diverge from most of ours.
I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world. And when it mattered most, I wasn't even there. If we can't save Aemeath, she'll just be forgotten, left to drift in the void forever.
You know your lifespan is immense. Barring some accident, most of us will leave this world long before you. Death and goodbyes are a final lesson no one escapes. But for you, it's a question that lingers for an exceptionally long time.
You're right.
Since you already know that, you should also see that everyone else has already given their answer. You're still the same person you were before. Just as resilient, still bringing hope to others. That's why, after all these years, we're still willing to stand with you.
As they bring back a Mount Firmament type motif, come on.
And it's not because you're a supposed savior. It's because you've always been you. And we're not just doing this for you. We're doing it for Solaris. For the future we all chose to fight for. We chose this path ourselves. You have nothing to feel guilty for. One can only move forward by making peace with what's lost. You taught me that a long time ago.
The color being stripped away. Oh, dude.
In the end, I failed to find my father's murderer. I failed to protect Rhine. I failed to protect my own family.
But your brother is still alive. You're alive. There's still hope. You did everything you could.
Who knows when I'll wake up next time.
Damn. Past Luke paralleling the struggle of current Rover. Come on, man.
Then we'll make a promise, Luke.
That's the promise from the trailer. Okay. Bro giving out promises before he wipes his memory like Oprah Winfrey.
We'll see each other again next winter. You'll open your eyes.
Same line from
I'll
the
be
trailer.
standing
Yep.
right here. Just like today.
I bet you we were late, right? It wasn't one winner, it was a few.
Come now. Enough with that face. Some candy?
You always carry candy with you. Are you sure they really work?
Frozen feet, snow line thin, no footprint, gray sky wind.
No footprint. Rover, no memories.
Soon
As in,
It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood. Your words.
That. Honestly, not really. It's become more of a habit of mine. As a boy, I'd have one whenever things felt too big to handle. The sweetness was a distraction. Something to look forward to. Later, after I inherited Naviale,
Transition.
I realized there were still so many things I couldn't control. So I'd eat them to cope. Especially when I was up to my neck in trouble thanks to my business associates. Even after I left the company and set out to follow the Fraxidus' trail on my own, I'd be chewing on one while I watched those who helped me die right in front of me. Still powerless, it seems.
Parallel for Rover, man.
So I've come to believe that no matter how strong a person becomes, not everything can be done perfectly. In life, many things are beyond our control. But I still enjoy candy. It reminds me that meeting people is still a gift, even if I know I might lose them one day.
That's pretty.
If you let grief and anger burn you out, you become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the way.
Which was showed on Rover earlier when we first talked to Luuk in the office, because he was instantly looking to get results, throwing himself into his work, right?
A little sweetness helps keep the numbness at bay.
That's a quote.
I'll have one of your candies.
Imagine it tasted nasty.
How does it taste?
Luuk, my chances of saving Aemeath, they're pretty slim, aren't they?
They are. You'll need a miracle. But you've always been good at making those happen.
Damn.
Thanks for the candy.
You're very welcome.
Now we got the sun coming out. Come on, man. Yo, they got a director on board with this story. Shit, all the sunlight touches. Oh. Fuck, man. Holy fuck. That was a 9 out of 10. That was great. Fuck. Peak quest, dude. Wow. Wow. That that it? Did we notice that the entire quest, Rover was fully voice acted except for him just saying a recap, but then it was just a recap to transition to the rest of it being voice acted? Kuro games, can we do that? Not just Kuro games, every gacha game. Can we do that with every quest, please? Because it was amazing. It was amazing. That every game in the gacha space needs to do that. That was amazing. You could feel there was not a moment where the immersion was getting smacked out because Rover was fully voiced and you could hear the emotion for every big moment. Whereas in previous patches, there were some moments, even in Wuwa, where like it's an emotional moment and then a dialogue option hits. And I'm not saying dialogue options are bad. I'm saying when Rover isn't voiced is bad. And typically it would be when there's a dialogue option, right? And it would just kind of take away when he's just like in an emotional moment, you know? That was amazing. Like, yeah, like even the meaningless choices that aren't big, voice it. I want all of Rover to be voiced. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was amazing. Like, wow. Past Luuk and current Luuk being, or past Luuk paralleling current Rover, right? And even, you know, past Rover to an extent as well, with how goal-oriented and obsessed that they were, right? But the difference is Luuk has had the time to take a break, take it easy, slow things down, and he's found himself, right? Rover hasn't had that opportunity just yet. And we see that with what Luuk says at the end of the quest, but we also see it with what he says at the beginning of the quest, where he tells him like, let's slow things down a bit. Bro, there's just so much callback back to the beginning of the first discussion throughout the entirety of the whole quest. Like that whole office visit set up everything that would get discussed and more for the rest of the quest. Boss, that's why God Brenna's rerunning with Luuk. They both shot. they both shot the Grand Architects. That's great. No, that is amazing, dude. Oh man, that is. For the dialogue options, I think we can do like what ZZZ does. All options are all voice. Maybe the words are a slightly tiny bit different, but it's voice. But not all of ZZZ is voiced either. There's a lot of moments where it's just, not a lot, but a good amount of moments where the MC is still quiet. Like every gacha game has, even ZZZ, and ZZZ does a better job about it than most. But there's still moments where it's like, it's unvoiced, right? I don't even want to get into the whole quiet discussion with Yishuan and all that. And Wuwa also like just wasn't all gacha games for the most part. I don't know a single gacha game that had fully voiced across the entire quest, right? And this one was great. Granted, it was shorter, right? So easier to have it fully voiced, but it should just be, the MC should just be fully voiced throughout the whole thing. It gives so much more immersion, you know? So much more immersion. It should be the golden standard for the entire space, Wuwa included. This was amazing. It's the first time I've seen anyone do it to that extent. Like, Reverse does a really good job, actually, now that I think about it. I think Reverse might actually have been the first one unintentionally, right? I could be wrong, though, because it's been so long since I've played it, but that was great. How fucked is it that, like, the way that Rover has so many connections across all of Solaris 3, and we're using that to find the problem, the cure, if you would, for the problem and the disease that is a lament, right? Meanwhile, the Fraxidius, the Grand Architect, is using all his connections and his immense lives, or their immense lifespan, right? For the opposite. They parallel each other, right? They parallel each other so much that when Rover has Aemeath, the Grand Architect makes it so that the Grand Architect replaces the father of Luuk, right? But it's a much more twisted, evil, disgusting, moral boundary crossing way than what Rover did with Aemeath, right? It's the same actions, but not the same execution. And that's so good. So good. You know? Like, so good. You know? There was so much lore in that quest, man. How about now Grand Architect did a Kenjaku for their great plans for real? If you know, you know. Bro. That's crazy, man. Part 1 and part 2 just hitting a 9 out of 10 for me. Like, I had some people ask me and they were like, UD, why is 3.1? 3.1 was an amazing quest. You know, a lot of people are like, one of the greatest Gacha stories that I've played, part 1. But why did you rate it a 10 out of 10, right? Bro, I need you to understand, a 10 out of 10 means when 20 years pass and like the game is no longer releasing stories potentially, right? And I'm old as fuck. Is this a story that stays with me no matter the game? And that's that last point. That's that, oh, the final point to make it a 10. Is this something that is gonna stay with me for ages to come? That is a 10 out of 10 for me, right? And that's what the 3.1 quest was. That's why I rated that part 1 at 10 out of 10. You know? That's what that final point is for the most part. Like, and that final point for me is like, it's up to personal interpretation for how you want to do it. Because obviously there is no perfect quest, right? That perfection is up to the God, this sunset's beautiful. Holy fuck, Wuthering Waves. What a game, man. Jeez. Yeah, well, with 3.1 will stay with me, like how Survive and Loose, I'm still in the back of my mind. Yeah, and that's what I mean by like that's what constitutes that final point, you know? And dude. You know, one of my favorite things about 3.1 as a whole is it really tackles grief in a really beautiful way. Aemeath is like is representative of the repressed trauma that she had to deal with seeing how Rover just wanted to go back home, and how, you know, from her perspective and from a lot of people's perspective, like Rover didn't really have as many people looking out for him the way that he looked out for, or they looked out for everyone else, right? And she kind of internalizes that in, because that's what kids do when they see, you know, the people around them. They internalize all that information, the good and the bad. And it's us seeing how she deals with that grief and that repressed trauma, and it speaks in so many ways, because there's just so many parallels to how she deals with things, the way that Rover would deal with things, which even Luuk calls out in this quest, right? And then we're seeing how Rover is dealing with the grief of losing Aemeath and may or may not be able to save her, as well as him combating and come to terms with the fact that he his past self made the decision to wipe his memories and leave everyone. And was that really the right move? And Luuk being a doctor, right? And helping with the healing process and helping with Rover expressing a little bit more and opening up a little bit more, which is something that, as Luke said, both Aemeath and Rover doesn't do. They didn't do as often, right? Because they have a tough time opening up because they want to carry all the burdens onto themselves. Basically, what Luke said. It's just really good storytelling, man. Really, really, really good storytelling. I do think it would have been a 10 out of 10 if we got to learn Luke a bit more. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think that's the only thing that's holding it back from being a 10 out of 10 is if the quest was like 2 hours longer and those 2 hours was Luke opening up and us like, yeah, they showed all of his past, but like deep digging into the past, you know? And I feel I with how much I like the character, I think it would have really, really resonated. Is it necessary? No. But would have it made this quest insanely stellar? Yes, 1000%. You know? Yeah, to be honest, again, it is a segue quest, not a companion quest, too. Yeah. You know what I'm really proud of with Wuthering Waves in 3.1? We have these, not even just in 3.1, in 3.0 as well, with Lene and Mornier as well. We're exploring so many different ways of how a human can have a relationship with another individual, right? And I'm not just talking romantic. I just mean just in general, right? The different types of friendships and parental figures and, you know, mentors and partners in crime. And we see this with the difference between how Rover acts and talks with Luke in comparison to how he talks with Lucilla, right? How Rover tries to communicate with Aemeath, but then like Aemeath is mirroring Rover's terrible habit of not opening up it right out the gate, right? So it's like, it's just really, they've done a really good job at exploring all the different ways that a human being can have a connection with another human being. Don't you think the candy trick is just an amazing icebreaker? I agree 100%. 100%. Like, dude, absolutely fucking fantastic. Nah, it's a jawbreaker. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Jawbreaker. I see what you did there. 100%. That was good. That was solid. That was solid. Not insane, but solid. Solid. What did y'all... You know what? It's insane to say that in two quests, 3.1 Part 1 and 3.1 Part 2, Rover has been more developed than the rest of the game combined. Dare I say. And it's not to say we haven't had any characterization in the past, because that would be disingenuous to say. Because a lot of Rover's characterization came from 1.3. It came in Chong-Li's quest. It came from the parallels of Jin Shi and her responsibilities to leading her people, to paralleling that journey of sacrifice with Rover's journey. And
Winds of the Wild.
It's just really well done. It's a culmination of things that happen to be built up to this point. Yep, 100%. 100%. What icks me is why we still don't know why Rover removed their memories. I like that, personally. You know why? Because it's toxic. We should know why. And it's clear that he didn't communicate that with the majority of his people, right? What does that sound like to you? It sounds like Aemeath not communicating what was actually happening with Sigilum to Rover in the beginning either. You know what I mean? It's going to show the flaws of who they are as a character, and it humanizes them a lot more. That even though they know a lot of what they should be doing, they're not perfect or flawless, you know? I've always seen Rover as like this flawed, like higher being. He's a higher being for how long his lifespan is, but he's still flawed as an individual. And that's what just makes him so damn good as a character. And we're really digging into that, into these quests. I love Rover's self-doubt about it 100%, especially in this quest specifically. We hear it a lot more. Him finally, like, he's implied and mentioned it before, but it weighed on him here. It's crushing at him and gnawing at him now, right? Yeah, 100%. Because what if it wasn't a willing choice, but a last resort born out of the situation beyond their control? Because Rover themselves doesn't understand why they would do that. I don't know the full reason. Nobody does, right? But part of me, I do believe that the reason why Rover wiped their memories is, one, there was probably circumstances that required it. But two, and this is my main belief in theory, is that what did Rover do? And his job is to spread the Sentinels around to guide different civilizations so that these different civilizations can come to different answers to the problem that is a lament, right? And for the longest time, Rover would take on a lot of burden onto himself to try to figure things out. Not on his own per se, but like as much as he can on his own. And I think now, with him wiping his memories, it's like, let me wipe my memories and have a fresh start and learn from the people that have come up with their own answers to what we should do with the lament, and have a fresh perspective. And Luke kind of mentions this back in 3.0 and 3.1, or yeah, 3.1, where he's like, you seem more weighed down and you seem happier now, right? And that's important because sometimes you need that fresh perspective to come to a better answer, you know? Yeah, Jue said in 1.1 that we wanted to witness the evolution of civilizations and the choices that they've come to. Right. This is why, even though Rina Sita feels like, oh, it's a little more separated from the rest of the story, it's still important because we needed to see what was the answers Rina Sita and its people came to while it was dealing with the Threnodian as well. You know? I will say I'm impressed that we have consequence in this story. That there is nothing that implied we are for sure going to save Aemeath. It's still up in the air. And I love that. Whether we save her or not in the future, my worry was that we were going to get good amounts of, you know, evidence that we can save her for sure in this quest. And I'm glad that we didn't, because it adds a little more weight to that heavy feeling that is, man, we still don't know if we're going to bring her back. And that's good, because even if we bring her back, the consequence is there. The weight is there. The emotion is there, right? That lasting feeling is there. That's what makes it a great story. I'm glad that it wasn't like just a quick, you know, I do think we are going to save her, and we are going to make that miracle happen. And that was like slightly implied with that last conversation with Luke. Because I'd be surprised if they have the guts to completely not make it so that Aemeath never comes back, right? I'd be very surprised. But regardless if they do or they don't, what makes it still good, even if they bring her back, is that she wasn't brought back in a single patch, in a single quest, right? In the same quest. It lasted, right? It impacted the rover and affected his judgment. As Luke said, your judgment's a little clouded right now. There is a cost, right? That's what makes it so much heavier and more beautiful and special. So that even if we do save her, right, it will still feel good. You know? If we can't save Amy Rover, what his mental spiral, I don't think they can do good with that narratively. Why not? What? Huh? No, that would be great for the story. I would be heartbroken about it. Cry my ass off again. But no, like, you know, humanity at the end of the day is defined by the stories and the tales that we've lived, both the good and the bad. You know? Like, it's not just the victories that define you, it's how you react to the losses as well. And that's what really builds character. To be honest, if they couldn't save Aemeath, I think the mental despair would be a good development. Yeah, I think it's good development regardless, whether they bring her back or they don't. My problem when like games bring back a character is when they bring them back in the same quest. It's like, oh no, we lost them. 30 minutes later, we saved them. And then on top of us saving them in 30 minutes, right, or an hour, there was no consequence. They're like, their vision isn't gone, their hearing isn't gone. It's like they can keep fighting or you know what I mean? Like they're just completely fine, right? There's nothing, we don't need death in a game to have consequence. What we need is consequence of something, a scar, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional, that affects the character that lasts. That's what gives weight to a world. You know? Suffering builds character. If we agree, then why the paranoia? What do you mean, why the paranoia? I was right! I was right. Green eyes. That further fucking only further reinforced my paranoia of green eyes. Every time I see a green-eyed fucker, I'm gonna be like, oh really? you better have pink hair if you got green eyes for me not to look the other way, okay? Oh man. Dude. Red eyes redeemed though. I'm gonna be real with you. Red eyes redeemed. Red eyes redeemed. Bro, blondes would have permanently traumatized me in this game if Luuk ended up being evil. Oh my god. I don't think I would have ever recovered. I would have looked at every blonde character with so much fear. The fact that Luuk is, dude, oh. If he ended up being evil, like, you know, red eyes, the biggest green flag in the situation. Green eyes, the biggest red flag in the situation. the same green eye when you lose your 50-50 experience. And not only is it green eyes, they're blonde. Blonde
we'll make new findings.
And green eyes. I'm telling you, blonde and green eyes. Without fail, the bane of Solaris 3. The bane of Solaris 3. Blonde, green eyes. It's always green eyes, dude. As like lightning crackles in the sky. Okay, whoa. Yo, hold on, wait a minute. Cristoforo, calm down. Damn, Lupa, sorry. Calm down. Oh. Verino, what'd you say? Fuck me. Oh. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I was so ready to get canceled if Nivora ended up not being. I was a little off. I thought Nivora was gonna be like a Cristoforo creation or something, but then they kept implying the Grand Architect. I'm like, oh shit, okay, no, it might actually just be the Grand Architect. But dude, if Nivora ended up just being another student, and I was saying all those things about a student, my ass would have been canceled for sure. We were right. We were just a little off. You know what I mean? We still hit the board, but we were right next to the bullseye. We didn't hit bullseye. We were right there. We were right there. Fucking Kurisa photo traumatized me like no other, man. Holy shit. I was waiting to see if like she was gonna like turn into a paper crane and like flap her wings or something. Oh, dude. You know? Funny how part 1 of 3.1 people already locked in that Nivora was saying it, and now it's confirmed. I'm so glad so many people were like on board with that from what you're saying. I'm glad.
I slipped and left an opening.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Opponent failed.
I'm gonna be real with you. I hope Luuk comes back. I'm biased. It's everyone's gonna be biased towards the characters they like, right? Luuk is too good of a character that parallels the journey of Rover in the same way that Galbrenna also parallels the journey of Rover a lot, right? In their mentality, that those two characters should be characters that return from time to time, once in a blue moon. And I really hope they do. I really hope they do. I really hope they do. And I think they will. But the question is when. The question is when. The question is when, you know?